it has one of the greatest Australians all fired up.
If it's a fight you want, pal, you just got yourself one.
Nothing about that man I don't love. Alf, he just sees the ball very clearly.
He does, yeah.
A newly renovated Sydney restaurant made famous on Home and Away is right now embroiled in a bitter battle with the local council. Their application to serve customers at night rejected following noise complaints from residents who, as you saw on our show, live somewhere nearby.
700 metres away. To discuss, we are now joined by one of the owners of the Joey Ben May.
Hello,
Ben,
Benny.
good to see you. What an outrage.
I know, it's a little ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, there's a golf course between us and these people, and they've found reason to have a problem with it.
Give us an idea on the saga, because I mean, it looks like that's very famous, that spot.
Yeah.
You've gone through all the work, and they've said to you at the death, you can't be here past certain.
Oh, look, not at the death. We took over existing hours that were limited to 4 p.m. In winter, and then Friday, Saturday nights till 10 p.m. During daylight saving hours, which were okay for when it used to operate as the Boathouse Cafe, and we're pretty, it traded a strong breakfast and then a lunch. We wanted to do a dinner thing there and build a dinner trade because, the Northern Beaches doesn't need another cafe, but what it does need is a world-class waterfront dining experience. We saw that opportunity.
Yeah.
And we lodged the application with council for the extended hours. There were 3 complaints. We think a few doubled up. They're saying there were 7. We think there were a couple doubling up. And there were 132 letters of support from the local community, like actual letters. People wrote letters to council supporting the extension. They want to be able to go down there and enjoy that balcony, watch the sunset, have a drink, take guests from overseas.
Watch Home and Away gets filmed.
Watch Home and Away. Did Alf survive Home and Away?
No, he has, yeah.
Still there.
It's true, though. I mean, it seems to me that whenever someone wants to do something for an area, and for the most part, it's supported, a couple of people ruin it for the majority of people.
Well, here, this is seriously 3 or 4 people, ruining it for thousands. The whole of the Northern Beaches would have been able to enjoy this space, and will hopefully, because we're certainly taking it to court and we don't see ourselves losing. But council's attitude seems to be, well, let's push this off to the court.
That's 100%.
The residents can't have a crack at us. The court can determine it. But the problem with that is we spend 150 grand.
Yeah.
Council spends 150 grand of our money.
Of ratepayer money.
And then we'll probably end up at the reasonable position, which is us being able to trade till a reasonable hour.
Not that I'm going to harp on about it, but if you look at the council budgets, right, and not that I do that in my spare time.
Sure?
But if you look at anywhere where they've got their legal component of their budget, and it's gone and it's tripled, quadrupled in most councils because of this very thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to get anything done.
That's why they've got to charge you $10 an hour for parking out the front of this joint. We draw the people there, they charge the $10 an hour, and then they can't let us trade till past 4 p.m. Imagine not being able to watch the sunset there.
Well, it is. That's the thing, isn't it? It's such a beautiful location. I've been there once. It was a few years ago. But it's a spot for tourists as well to enjoy the surrounds and the natural splendour.
It's embarrassing that Sydney is a city that knocks stuff like this on their head.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
But this is a world-class spot. It's world-renowned, this spot.
Yeah.
And people come out there and they do legitimately watch the hot people on Home and Away go about their business. And they're just walking around everywhere. It's absolutely superb, and it should be a place that can be enjoyed until 11 o'clock at night. I mean, it just defies belief. I mean, you're kind of used to it in the game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously run other venues that are much closer to residents and run as big, busy pubs, to be honest, up in Burleigh and at Manly Wharf. And we've dealt with noise issues. We're constrained by, limits on our DAs and our licences, and we can only trade a certain way. So
What do you do now? What happens now?
we go to court. We've already lodged our application with Land and Environment Court, and everyone blows 150 grand.
Yeah, straight away.
Nah, it's cheap. It's cheap.
Loose
and it's fun.
change.
There is an
Councils.
opportunity for conciliatory meetings, and whether council are open there, we're told they probably won't be.
That's what the hope will be.
But we'll see.
They will not do it. They will not.
So. Well, then the problem is that they're open to the residents,
Yeah.
those 3 or 4 narcs, having a crack at them.
Do you know who the narc is? Because we can mention it.
I promised I would not
just
name
between
names.
us. It's
He
just
knows.
between us.
He knows.
It's a he.
We'll get it out of him. We'll get it
know
out
who
of
you
him.
are. Loosen up a bit.
Yes.
You become boring in your old age.
Such a beautiful spot. Share it.
Happy work, Benny.
Thanks,
Good
mate.
luck, guys. Thank
Good
you.
to see you, mate. Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?